Everybody loves cheese. It tastes delicious and goes well with almost everything. Yet, what if cheese manufacturers were fooling you? What if the cheese you're buying from your local grocery store isn't what it appears to be? What if manufacturers are adding ingredients to their products to make them look and taste like cheese, yet by law, they're not even allowed to be called cheese? What if they're putting ingredients into cheese to mimic the texture of real cheese? What if some of those ingredients come from sources you'd never expect, like wood pulp? That's right, some manufacturers are even putting wood into the cheeses you're eating in your sandwiches, salads, burgers, and favorite dishes. If you're a cheese lover, brace yourself, especially if you regularly eat pre-shredded cheeses, parmesan, or mozzarella. Because in this video, you're going to discover 8 grocery store cheeses you should never eat regularly, and 8 high-quality cheeses you can enjoy knowing you're eating the real thing. First up are individually wrapped cheese singles. It may smell like cheese, it may taste like cheese, however, legally speaking, it's not actually cheese. These products are classified as pasteurized prepared cheese products, because the original cheese has been heavily diluted with water, emulsifiers, and stabilizers. They often contain milk protein concentrate, emulsifiers like sodium phosphate, and added coloring such as annatto to give them that uniform bright orange color. While annatto is plant-derived and safe, the end result is a product designed for shelf life and meltability, not quality or nutrition. At number 2 is canned or spray cheese. The fact you can spray it from a can should tell you everything. Spray cheese is processed to the extreme, so it can be in liquid form and you can spray it from a can. Manufacturers add emulsifiers like sodium citrate, stabilizers, and vegetable oils. Sodium citrate stops the cheese from sticking together. It's safe to consume, however, it's a lab-created compound you would never find in traditional cheese making. Shockingly, it's even used in cleaning products. That's right, the same ingredient in this cheese is used in what you use to clean your home. At number 3 is pre-shredded mozzarella. Pre-shredded cheeses contain an additive called cellulose to prevent cheese from sticking together. Cellulose is often derived from wood pulp. Yeah, that's right, the pulp of trees. It's approved for food use and safe to consume, but it adds no nutrition. It dilutes the natural cheese flavor and it interferes with melting. That's why pre-shredded mozzarella doesn't stretch or melt the way fresh grated cheese does. To avoid this, simply buy a block of mozzarella and grate it yourself. At number 4 is bulk pre-sliced deli cheese. Manufacturers often use what's called stabilized pasteurization. This is where they expose the cheese to higher than usual temperatures. This kills more microbes and gives pre-sliced deli cheeses an unnaturally long shelf life. This is particularly true for soft ripened cheeses like brie or camembert. This extra processing can damage the texture, flatten the flavor, and give the cheese a rubbery appearance. It gives the cheese a chalky, flavorless center instead of the delicious, gooey texture you get from high-quality cheese. At number 5 is Velveeta or cheese food. Like cheese singles, Velveeta is not legally cheese. It's a pasteurized prepared cheese product made from whey, emulsifiers, stabilizers, and vegetable oils. These ingredients are why it melts smoothly without separating. However, it lacks the flavor and structure of real cheese. At number 6 is imitation or vegan cheeses with zero dairy. Many dairy-free cheeses are made primarily from coconut oil, starches, and thickeners like carrageenan. They're designed to mimic the appearance of cheese. They're not dangerous, however, they're ultra-processed substitutes, not true cheese. At number 7 is low-quality cottage cheese. Low-quality cottage cheeses often contain gums like guar gum and xanthan gum. These ingredients aren't harmful, but they're commonly used in fast, industrial production to compensate for thinner milk and rushed fermentation. However, their watery texture and bland flavor means they lack the natural, rich texture of good, quality cottage cheese. At number 8 are store-brand pre-shredded parmesan. Like pre-shredded mozzarella, they often contain cellulose made from wood. They're also made quickly without the necessary aging time, which means they lack the distinctive savoury taste you normally get from Parmesan cheese. Now for some good news. Your local grocery store does also contain cheeses which are made from actual real cheese. To help you know which ones to choose, here are 8 types of high-quality cheeses you can find at your local grocery store. At number 1 is Parmigiano Reggiano. Parmigiano Reggiano is the gold standard for cheese. It's made in a specific region of Italy. It contains only milk, salt, and rennet. It's aged for a minimum of 12 months, which gives it a rich flavour and makes it perfect for cooking and grating. To make sure you're getting the real thing, look for the stamp of the official denomination PDO on the rind. At number 2 is Le Gruyère AOP. The Swiss aren't just famous for their watches, chocolates, and relaxed banking regulations. They also make great cheeses. This is a nutty, earthy cheese which melts beautifully without separating, which makes it perfect for grilled cheese dishes or fondue. Look for the AOP stamp to make sure it's real Gruyère and not an imitation. At number 3 is aged sharp cheddar, Tillamook or Cabot. Many domestic brands like Oregon's Tillamook or Vermont's Cabot are co-ops known for high quality. The rich flavour is because this is naturally aged cheddar. Look for extra sharp or vintage on the label. At number 4 is Kerrygold Dubliner or aged Irish cheddar. Ireland isn't just famous for its whiskey. Irish cheddar cheese is renowned for its rich grass-fed milk, which gives it a beautifully golden colour and a distinct buttery flavour, which is much tastier than other cheddars. At number 5 is whole milk ricotta, like Calabro or Belgioso. These cheeses don't add any unnecessary stabilisers or gums. They use simple, quality ingredients like milk, cream, salt, and culture, which gives them a noticeably creamier, less watery texture. At number 6 is Humboldt, Fog, or goat cheese logs. Fresh goat cheeses like Chèvre is a cheese you can depend on. It's typically unaged, which means its tanginess comes through cleanly. Look for a brand like Vermont Creamery or Laura Chanel. Or if you prefer a soft, creamy treat, try Humboldt Fog. At number 7 is Manchego. Manchego is a high-quality cheese from Spain which is made from sheep's milk. It's firm, nutty, and fantastic for a cheese board. At number 8 is Belgioso Fresh Mozzarella or Burrata. Belgioso is a widely available brand that offers high-quality, soft, pliable mozzarella that tastes infinitely better than the pre-shredded bags. Burrata is a version of it combined with cream. They're both perfect for pizzas and salads. So there you go. Those were 8 cheeses you can depend on for quality and taste. However, there are other high-quality cheeses you can find at the grocery store. To help you tell the good from the bad, there are 3 things you need to keep in mind when buying cheese. First, check the ingredients. Real cheese should contain at most 4 or 5 ingredients: milk or cream, salt, and cultures or enzymes like rennet. If you see sodium phosphate, sodium citrate, cellulose, or any type of oil on the list, this is a red flag. Secondly, avoid pre-shredded cheese when possible. Manufacturers add the filler cellulose, which is made from cheese pulp, to the cheese, which adds no taste or nutrition. Instead, buy a whole block of cheese, like a high-quality cheddar, and shred it yourself. The flavour will be better and there will be a better melt. And finally, buy your cheese from a deli, not the dairy aisle. The cheeses in the dairy aisle are pre-packaged, mass-produced, stabilised products designed for shelf life, not flavour. Whereas cheeses at the deli counter are typically cut from larger wheels. They breathe better and you can see and smell the quality. However, even deli cheese can be pre-packaged, so always check the label. I hope this video has helped you know which cheeses to buy next time you go grocery shopping. Are there any cheeses you're no longer going to buy after watching this video? Let us know in the comment section. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more food truths.